I wish I hadn't mentioned Dina, she grumbled to herself. Nobody seems to like her down here, which is a shame because I'm sure she's the best cat in the world. Oh, my dear Dina, I wonder if I shall ever see her again. Poor Alice began to cry again, for she felt very lonely and low-spirited. In a little while, however, she again heard the sound of little footsteps in the distance, and she looked up eagerly, half hoping that the mouse had changed his mind and was coming back to finish his story. Chapter 4. The Rabbit Sends in a Little Bill. But it was not the easily offended mouse. Instead, it was the white rabbit walking by again, looking anxiously about as it went, as if it had lost something. And she heard it muttering to itself, "The Duchess! The Duchess! Oh, my dear paws! Oh, my fur and whiskers! She'll execute me as soon as look at me! As sure as ferrets are ferrets! Where can I have dropped them, I wonder?" Alice guessed in a moment that it was looking for the fan and the pair of white kid gloves, and she very good-naturedly began hunting about for them. But they were nowhere to be seen. Everything seemed to have changed since her swim in the pool, and the great hall with the glass table and the little door had vanished completely. Very soon, the rabbit noticed Alice as she was looking about, and called out to her in an angry tone, "Why, Mary Ann, what are you doing out here? Run home this moment and fetch me a pair of gloves and a fan. Quick now!" And Alice was so frightened that she ran off at once in the direction the rabbit pointed to, without trying to explain the mistake it had made. "He took me for his housemaid," she said to herself as she ran. "How surprised he'll be when he finds out who I actually am. But I'd better get him his fan and his gloves, if I can find them at least." As she said this, she came upon a neat little house, on the door of which was a bright plate with the name W. Rabbit written on it. She went in without knocking and hurried upstairs in a great hurry, because she was afraid she might meet the real Mary Ann and be thrown out of the house before she had found the fan and gloves.